Well, it seems just about any and everything. The price is going up right now. That's if you can find certain items.
Yeah, in tonight's Consumer 10 report, 10 TV's Molly Brewer talked with a local farmer about the challenges they're facing now and how it could impact your bottom line.
I think sometimes we get complacent. We, as in the general public, get complacent on what that process looks like. Pork doesn't just come from the shelf at Kroger. Beef doesn't just come from the next supermarket you go pick it up at. There's a whole process before that. That starts with farms. That starts with the animals out in the pasture. That starts with the combine you're following down the road.
Sites seen around Johnstown's Heimerl family farm since before the family business took off in 1975. But today's farmers face a number of new challenges heightened by the coronavirus pandemic.
For the farming communities, just like everybody else, we have labor issues as well, being able to staff in the right departments and stuff.
Heimerl tells 10 TV the shortages range from parts and equipment like semi-truck tires to truck drivers themselves.
I had a person once tell me that everything comes on a truck except for the oxygen you breathe, and sometimes that's not even true.
Butcher and grocer owner Tony Tanner says that while his store gets its products directly from local farmers,
our shelves aren't empty because we're working with Peanut Butter and Jenny, who makes our peanut butter right here in Columbus. We're using Ann's raspberries for jelly. We've got all of our beers from Ohio.
The supply of other products and local staffing is giving the business trouble.
The biggest challenge we're facing right now isn't necessarily supply of meat. It's the other stuff like latex gloves, the things that people don't really realize are needed by us.
But despite these challenges, Heimerl and Tanner both say they're doing all right. It's the consumer who could see the biggest impact at the register.
We produce a lot of bacon out of our shop, and you're going to pay basically the same price with us that you do at any of the big stores now.
Bacon, as you mentioned, is at a very high price, and a lot of that goes back to the labor shortages you're seeing at the packing plants and things of that nature. It's scary.
Understanding farming, what happens between the pasture and the shelves, Heimerl says is important for consumers as well as anyone moving to a farming community.
It's important that people realize that, this is farm community.
And if they didn't before, they certainly do now in nearby Pataskala, where the mayor hopes to remind residents and visitors alike that the community values its farmers with signs like this one.
If you're going to come out here, know that we've got some wide open spaces, and you might get stuck behind a combine or a grain truck or a tractor, and you might have to pull over to the side. And when they start fertilizing and bringing that chicken stuff from Croton, that you might have a little smell in your backyard for a while.
It's a small gesture with a big message about where we started and who's keeping us going, even during challenging times.
And ultimately, our goal is to feed the world. That's what we're doing. So next time you're following a piece of farm equipment, just remind yourself that as a human population, we may not agree on much. Seems like today we don't agree on a lot, but there's one thing we do agree on, and that's what we must eat. And that process starts with a farmer.
In Licking County, Molly Brewer, 10 TV News.
Well, from truckers to local shop staffing, the labor shortage is leading to issues. And if you're looking for work, Molly linked a couple of places you can start with this story on our website at 10tv.com.